It has been truly encouraging to see so many correctional educators contributing articles. Your article speaks about dyscalculia, not a word you hear every day. Can you tell our audience what exactly is dyscalculia and how it inspired you to write this article for COABE?
Dyscalculia is a math learning disability that is characterized by, I would say, great confusion with numbers and what they represent. So it's a learner who struggles with numeracy, with understanding the different representations of numbers. My experience with dyscalculia has really grown as a parent of a child who has been affected with this math learning disability. And so I have been able to see the strong connections and correlations between my own child and the students that I teach in adult ed.
Oh, thank you so much for just sharing that. I do understand a lot of times in correctional education, many of the ladies and gentlemen that we serve come in with undiagnosed learning disabilities or behaviors. Do you see a lot of people entering into the correctional institution with dyscalculia?
I would say there is quite a few men and women who have the dyscalculia because the math exam is one of the hardest to master. I've read that dyscalculia is about the same percentage wise in our population as dyslexia. So we've got many students who are dyslexic and are undiagnosed. So even so, the same numbers would be also affected by the math disability dyscalculia.
Thank you so much. Your article really did hit home for me as you spoke of your son. And as a mother with a son with dyslexia, as you just mentioned, I know firsthand the frustrations experienced by the learners and the challenges of finding the right resources to address the issue. In addition to bringing more awareness to dyscalculia, how else will adult educators benefit from reading your article?
I am hoping that the adult educators will come away with a little bit more understanding, understanding as to why we have all these students that have never had any sort of diagnosis or analysis or evaluation. I'm hoping that the adult educators will know a little bit more about some different strategies that they could try and use in the classroom. And I hope they understand that some of the basic math facts that you drill repeatedly, they just can't master, and they'll have to just use a calculator for some of those.
You're absolutely right, Lori. It's not about whether you can just keep drilling it and doing it again and it will click. It's about developing the right type of strategies so that the students are not so frustrated. So thank you so much for sharing that. And your article really did list out different strategies and different resources that people can go and connect with. For the learners, though, having dyscalculia is very frustrating because a lot of people are not aware of it and they tend to say, just try harder. And they are trying hard. But as the learner read this article, what will they be able to glean from it? What insights will it bring to them?
I am expecting that a learner will become aware that it's actually an issue, that dyscalculia is actually a math learning disability that affects quite a few people. And I'm hoping that will in turn encourage them to look into it a little bit more and try and understand their challenges. There's some really wonderful, videos where people post on YouTube and everywhere else about their own personal experiences with dyscalculia. There are many different websites that can provide ideas and information and in reteaching strategies too.
Thank you so much. And I think that's great for our learners to really understand and realize that it's not just them, that they are not the issue. It is a learning challenge, that with the right resources and the right strategies, they too can overcome. So thank you so much for just sharing that, bringing that awareness and allowing people to see that there is help. There are things that they can do. Now, for general readers, what is it that you hoping that they can take away to help learners negate those challenges? What are some of those strategies that you talk about or resources that they can plug into today and begin helping their students?
Find ways to reteach the lesson to try and teach the same skills in different ways. That would be one. Another strategy is to use as much pattern and repetition as you can. Some adult learners, they really do understand quickly when it's presented in the right way, so they do not need pages and pages of practice. Allow the use of a calculator in the math, because adult learners with dyscalculia just do not have the ability to hold in their memory the multiplication tables. Their working memory is affected, and so they can sometimes understand more advanced mathematical concepts like geometry, where it's a little bit more visual, but they can't multiply 8 times 7.
Right. Thank you so much. And I think it's important just to state that with dyscalculia or or dyslexia, it's not about your memory or your skill or ability. It is actually something, a function in the brain that just kind of hinders the ability to receive that information. Is that correct?
I believe so, yes.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Lori. And is there anything else that you would like to share with our audience about your article and what they can expect from it?
I hope that others can just take away a better understanding the struggle that adult learners face with dyscalculia. So many of those adult learners have tried and tried and tried, and they've just given up. So it's harder to motivate some of these adult learners to, put in extra effort. But if you can really work with them and kind of work at one-on-one with the skills, the math, I believe they're going to come around.
Well, thank you so much again. We have been here today with Lori Koenig to discuss her article, Dyscalculia, a personal reflection with ABE Connections, which you can find in our latest journal edition entitled Learning Differences. Lori, we thank you so much for being with us again today.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Well, we hope to see you guys next time as we explore more of our articles. Again, my name is Shaketta Thomas, your Region 2 representative for COABE. Thank you. Bye-bye.